We all want our child or clients to be successful with vocal language, but it doesn't always happen right away. And for kids that are not yet talking, sign language, picture exchange, or other language devices and augmentative systems can be implemented and often serve as a springboard to not only better communication, but also to vocal language. Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Barbera, autism mom, board certified behavior analyst, online course creator, and best-selling author of The Verbal Behavior Approach. Each week, I provide you with some of my ideas about turning autism around. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can do that now. So today, I'm sharing a small excerpt from a podcast episode with speech and language pathologist and autism mom, Deidra Darst. Here, she discusses her stance on language devices. I hope you enjoy this short excerpt, but if you want to listen to the whole podcast episode, you can go to marybarbera.com/39 or click on the card on the screen now. Let's get to Deidra's advice on augmentative devices. Some people think that augmentative communication devices, sign language, picture exchange, that they will, there's a myth out there that will all curtail language, that will prevent language, and that's vocal language, and that's not the case. And actually, every study that I'm aware of shows that can often be a springboard, like in your son's case, where using that lamp augmentative device has really helped. On the other hand, and I would assume you would agree that, as a speech pathologist, you want to kind of dispel that myth. On the other hand, in my online courses, I am a big proponent on, not going to a device too early, because there's a lot of energy. If the child has any kind of pop out words, or we might want to spend a month or two trying to get words, vocal words, because it's easiest, there's no upkeep on the device. It's completely with you at all times. And so, but I think there are a lot of parents' concerns. I know somebody in my online community just posted that her speech therapist for her son wanted to start picture exchange, and she felt like that just cut off his language. And he did have some vocal language as well, and she wanted to focus on vocal language. And the speech pathologist in this case wanted to focus on the picture exchange. And it shouldn't be, all or nothing. But in the end, vocal language is the best, the best alternative. But sometimes you need to start sign or pictures or a device just to kind of get them springboarded.
Well, and I think that's something that I always try to tell parents too. AAC, there's alternative, but there's also augmentative. And yes, they might just need it to supplement. And that's where Colin is now, because, speaking is the easiest, and that's what he prefers. So when he wants something or wants to tell us something, he's going to say it now. We might not always understand it, particularly if it's maybe a 3-syllable word or something that's a little harder to say, or if it's a new word for him. So then he will go get his device and use it. But I always look at that, if your child has no way to communicate and you can give them PECS or sign language, anything, that gives them communication. And yes, I know you want them to talk, and I want them to talk too, but until that happens, we need to give them a way to communicate.
Yeah. So you also went on to write a blog, and so it's called the SLP Mom. Is that correct?
It is.
So,
you got it.
slpmom.com.
The slpmom.com.
So is it the in front of it? Okay,
yes.
So the slpmom.com. When did you start it? Why did you start it? And how often do you do it?
So Colin was diagnosed with autism. It was almost 2 years ago. And I didn't really talk about it because I thought, this is private. This is his life. I'm not going to put this out there. And I started the blog just for myself to process. And that's how I work through emotions, is to write. And a few months into that, he had a diagnosis and I hadn't made it public. I thought, I'm doing him a disservice because I am his voice right now. And if I don't speak up for him and share what's going on, people won't know, they won't understand. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to share this. So probably a year and a half ago, I just said, hey, I started this blog. If people want to read it, go for it. And I've just had a lot of messages, mostly from other moms who just say thank you, because you feel alone sometimes. I mean, I know you've been there, you understand that. And you just need to hear from somebody else that it's okay to feel sad, or it's okay, your kid's struggling, -2, you're not alone. So I have the blog. I created a Facebook page for that recently, just in the last few months. I just kind of write when something strikes me, I guess. I don't do it maybe a couple times a week. I'll write something and then I might go a week and not do anything. But it's just my way of processing my emotions, but also reaching out to other parents. I do try to write some things. I've done some blogs on AAC and using augmentative communication and how it's not going to hold back language and all those things. So I do talk about that too.
I hope you enjoyed this short snippet from the podcast. If you want more content, check out the podcast at marybarbera.com/podcast. Wherever you're watching this, I'd love it if you would leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, share this video with others who may benefit. And for more information, you can attend a free online workshop at marybarbera.com/workshop. And I'll see you right here next week.